So aspartame, it's linked to several of these, all of these things here. Hypoglycemic brain damage, AIDS, dementia, migraine headaches, viral infections, seizures, degenerative brain disorders, episodic violence, learning disorders. You can see how important and dangerous this stuff is, right? Splenda is another one that they'll use to sweeten it with, another artificial sweetener. The marketers for Splenda will say, oh, well, it's made from sugar, so it makes you feel like it's natural or it's pretty much sugar. Well, it's true, it starts as sugar, it starts as sucrose, but by the time it becomes Splenda, it goes through all these chemical processes, and again, I know you can't probably read all those, you really don't even want to. It goes through a lot of chemical processes, has a lot of chemicals added to it. By the time it becomes Splenda, this is actually the chemical name. And again, that doesn't look familiar to me, and it's very difficult to pronounce. Not healthy for us. So what should you use? Sweetener, or stevia is a really good sweetener. That's a sweet leaf, been studied to be safe. Xylitol is also a sugar alcohol that's been studied to be safe. So there's a couple of good natural sweeteners, because nobody likes bland food, right? I understand that, but there are some healthy natural ways to sweeten it. So a lot of people think that they're doomed because of their genetics, right? Well, my mom had breast cancer, my grandma had breast cancer, I'm going to get breast cancer. Or my dad died of a heart attack, he had heart disease, so did my grandpa, I'm probably going to have heart disease, right? That's what a lot of people think. They think they're doomed because they've been dealt a bad hand. But the truth of the matter is, guys, it's not true. Genetics plays a very small role. It's mostly the environment that will either turn on or turn off your genetics. What I mean by that is, let's say you're susceptible to cancer, okay? And you decide you're going to be a chain smoker. Doing that lifestyle factor will turn on the genes that make you susceptible to cancer, and you're more likely going to get cancer. The same person with the same genes, if they never chosen to smoke, they never would have turned on the genes, so even though the gene's there, it won't be turned on and it won't express itself and you don't get cancer, okay? In Time magazine, there was an article back in the February 2004 edition that talked about this. It said 80% of all cancer is attributed to environmental factors, including exposure to carcinogenic chemicals, the toxins we're talking about tonight. That's how it plays a role with the toxin talk tonight. It's not just genetics. 80% of the cancer is the way you're living your life, the toxins you're being exposed to. So other toxic dangers, guys, the food supply isn't the only source of toxins. There's other sources. Tonight the main focus is on the Total Food Makeover and our toxins in our food supply. But just know that other sources that we'll probably talk about in another advanced talk some night, because we can't cover it all in one night. Medications, household products like cleaning products, Teflon cookware, tap water, there's fluoride in it. Heavy metals, biotoxins, mostly that stuff comes from mercury and aluminum in vaccinations that we've had, and also metal fillings in our teeth. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about those. Let's flip it here. We spent way too much time talking about the problem. I always do that. Let's talk about the solution though, okay? Last time on the Total Food Makeover, I introduced these plans. Guys, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. That's just the way it works. You've got to have a plan for this stuff. We lay out an easy to follow, simple, easy to follow plan that's used by thousands of doctors in our network all over the world to help people with this stuff, okay? We break it up into two simple plans. Again, they're in this book. If you have it, they're in there. Look for it. If you don't have it and you're looking for a plan to follow, it's a great resource. There's two plans, the core plan or the advanced plan. Remember, the core plan is a little bit easier one to follow. It's more for families. They're just looking to be healthy, prevent disease, maintain their health, maybe do some moderate weight loss. And then the advanced plan is a little bit more beefed up version, where this is more for people who they're weight loss resistant. Maybe they've tried a lot of things and they can't lose weight because they need to have hormonal repair. They have inflammation. They have certain disease processes that are already taking place in their body. If you're looking for accelerated weight loss, lose weight fast, or you have a lot of weight to lose, and basically complete health restoration. But remember, the idea for these plans, it's not one of these gimmicks where it's like just lose weight fast, right? Because what we're all about is being healthy. And when you're healthy, you'll be at healthy weight, whatever that is that your body feels you should be at. That's the key. These are about being healthy. Simple, easy to follow plans. Because if you don't have a plan and you just try to take all this information, it's overwhelming, right? You go to the grocery store, you're like, I don't know what to buy, I don't remember everything Dr. Sean said. Guys, this is what I use to do my shopping. It really is. I look at the recipes that I want to make, I make a list of what I need because it tells me. I go to the store, I find it, it's simple. If I can't find it, I ask the lady that works there, and they're really helpful to help me find it. I go home, I follow the recipe, I make it, boom, I'm done. It's simple. I just have to follow directions. There's nothing complicated to it. We kind of already talked about that. So, again, get the resource. If you don't have it, get the resource. Because if you follow that, when we tie this back into toxins, if you follow that, you are minimizing your exposure because it's going to teach you how to eat foods that are not toxic. So you're minimizing your exposure. So you won't be exposed to all those things we talked about in the beginning. The frankenfoods, the food dyes, the additives, the pesticides, right? This teaches you how to avoid it all. It tells you exactly what to get so you minimize your exposure. So that's part of the solution. Because now the sun's out. You should all have a smile on your face and say, there is a solution to this huge problem, right? That's the beginning. Here's another part of the detox solution. Being on a good detox supplement. So I've talked about supplements, the most important ones. I covered the whey protein, the omega. Being on a good detox supplement, number 3 on the list of the top 4 that you should be on. If you're taking any supplements at all, you should be taking at least these top 4 that I'm mentioning. Okay? They're the most important, and if you want to know why, we'll talk more later. Ask me afterwards. But the detox solution, the one that I use, the daily detox, the reasons that I like it and what you should be looking for in yours, one, a lot of times people think that it's okay to detox kind of like you change the oil. Like, oh, if I do this once a year, I should be good. Well, guys, you're exposed to toxins every day. Well, don't you think it'd probably be best to help your body fight toxins every day? Not just once a year, not just 1 week out of the year, right? Every day. It's just like the concept of taking a daily multivitamin. You should be taking a daily detox. That's why it's called daily detox. Something to help your body detoxify every single day. The important things to look for here, whatever detox you're going to use, make sure it increases your level of glutathione. That's the number 1 thing that helps your body detox, glutathione. And make sure it has activated charcoal. Sound familiar, right, Greg? We've talked about this. Activated charcoal or activated carbon. That's what will bind the toxin once it comes out of your cell and remove it from your body safely for safe elimination. Okay? Has to have those essential components. Also, take advantage of some of the offers for you being here today. 15% off any of the stuff I'm talking about. Good opportunity to get it. I might have missed something there. We kind of already talked about this. But again, the whey protein, why is the whey protein important when it comes to detox? I know we've already talked about the protein, but I want to tell you, because we're talking about detox tonight, why it's important for detoxing. The whey protein has certain immune boosters in it, okay? And your immune system is what is responsible, in large part, for finding a toxin, maybe preventing it from ever getting into your body, or if it does get in your body, your immune system finds it, attacks it, tries to eliminate it. So it's about your immune system here. There's immune boosters in the whey protein. There are components of the whey protein that help you build antioxidants. We've all heard of that, right? Antioxidants are really important at helping the body detoxify, fight off cancer, fight free radicals. Again, the components of the whey protein help make antioxidants. And then lastly, components of the whey protein help you make glutathione. If you've been listening, that sounds familiar because I just said a minute ago, glutathione is one of the most important things to look for in your daily detox. Whey protein will help support your body make more of its own glutathione as well, okay? That's how this plays a role in your body's ability to detox. So again, part of the solution, eating right, knowing what to eat, doing a daily detox, whey protein, the number 1 nutrient that we're deficient in. These are the solutions to combat all the problems that we talked about for the first 45 minutes here. And lastly, even though I shouldn't put it last because it's really the most important, but I want to get all the other stuff in here so you understand what's going on and then you realize what you can really do about it, comes back to this. Guys, what controls everything in the body? What controls the health and healing in your body? The nervous system, most definitely. Your brain, right? Your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves, right? For you to be able to comprehend what I'm saying right now, for your heart to be beating, for your lungs to breathe, for a cut on your leg to heal, for your body to detox, whatever it is, there has to be a signal that goes from your brain, down your spinal cord, out your nerves, to your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your liver, male parts, female parts, everywhere, right? As a chiropractor, I look to your spine because your spine has an intricate relationship with your nervous system. Your nervous system sits inside your spine like a hand in a glove, okay? You can see it in this model of the spine. This yellow stuff that sits in here, that is your spinal cord, the essential component of your nervous system, okay? Your nervous system and your spine should have a proper alignment, meaning perfectly straight up and down from the front and have nice smooth arcing curves, 3 of them from the side, 1 in the neck, 1 in the middle of the back, 1 in the low back. When your spine has this proper alignment, your body, the signal can get from your brain down your spinal cord, out your nerves, to everywhere in your body. And therefore your body can operate at 100%, most importantly heal at 100%, so you're 100% healthy, and guess what? It can also detoxify better, right? What I look for as a chiropractor, something called subluxation. If you're a patient in this office, that's probably not a new term to you. Subluxation is when a bone or the spine shifts out of alignment, puts pressure on the nervous system. When this happens, you no longer are able to get 100% of the signal or the message from your brain, down your spinal cord, out your nerves, to the different areas of your body. And therefore there's no way, even if you don't have any pain in your neck, if this is kinked, there's no way that you can be 100% healthy. And there's no way that you're detoxifying at your best ability. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's why the last component of the detox solution is making sure your nervous system is functioning at 100%. That's why it's so important to get chiropractic care. That's right here on essential number 2, maximizing nerve supply. So, if you haven't seen your chiropractor within the last month, make an appointment. Whether it's in here or you go somewhere else, I don't care. But if you haven't seen him in the last month, make an appointment and get checked right away. Take a look at this. We like research, we like studies, right? Because it validates what we do. So I'm going to share another one with you. Study was done on 311 chiropractic patients, and they compared them to people who didn't get chiropractic care. They studied the chiropractic patients who had been under chiropractic care for a minimum of 5 years, so they've been getting chiropractic care for at least 5 years, and they maintained maintenance adjustments. And what that means is they weren't going more than a month without having their spine checked, okay? If you get your spine checked once a year, that's not maintenance. Some people come in, once every few months, well, once a year, whenever their back hurts or their neck hurts or whatever it is. Guys, that's not maintenance care, that's called patch care. It's where you're coming in with a problem and you're patching it up each time you come in, okay? Maintenance care that this study was done on means regardless of whether you have any pain or not, you're maintaining your spine, you're maintaining your nervous system, and you're maintaining your health. So they came in a minimum of once a month to be checked. What they found with these patients that were doing maintenance chiropractic care for a minimum of 5 years, they found that the chiropractic patients spent only 31% of the national average for their health care. So that means compared to the average person who wasn't getting chiropractic care, they spent 1/3 as much money on their health care. If you got chiropractic care, you spent 1/3 as much money. So it saves you money, okay, on your health. It found they had a 50% less medical provider visit rate. So that meant the people that went to chiropractors on a maintenance basis had to see their medical doctors 50% of the time that the people that weren't getting chiropractic care. So you have to go to the doctor less.